Jessica Pegula indirectly just explained the exact problem Emma Raducanu has been facing ever since her unbelievable U.S. Open triumph in 2021. And honestly, it's a conversation tennis fans have been debating for years. Is it better to win one Grand Slam and struggle afterward, or build a long, consistent career without ever lifting a major trophy? Today, we're diving deep into Pegula's comments, why they perfectly describe Raducanu's situation, and why Jessica Pegula herself might finally be ready to win her first Grand Slam at the French Open. What if winning a Grand Slam at 18 years old actually became a curse? That sounds crazy, right? But Jessica Pegula may have just revealed the hidden pressure that has followed Emma Raducanu ever since her magical U.S. Open victory in 2021. After dominating Rebecca Masarova with a brutal double bagel in Rome, Pegula opened up about the difference between winning one slam and building a long, successful career. And without directly naming Emma Raducanu, her comments perfectly explained everything Raducanu has been struggling with for the past several years. From injuries, to expectations, to the pressure of becoming an overnight superstar. So in this video, we're breaking down Pegula's powerful comments, how they connect to Raducanu's career, and why Pegula herself might finally be ready to become a Grand Slam champion. Let's get into it. Pegula's interesting perspective on Grand Slam success. Jessica Pegula has been one of the most consistent players on the WTA Tour for years now. She's been ranked inside the top 10 since 2022, climbed as high as world number 3, and regularly reaches the late stages of big tournaments. But despite all that consistency, she still hasn't won a Grand Slam title. Her best result came at the 2024 U.S. Open, where she reached the final before falling short. Now, normally, players in that position are desperate to say one thing: I'd trade everything for a slam. But Pegula gave a much more thoughtful answer. After her dominant win in Rome, she talked about how different fans judge careers differently. She explained that casual tennis fans often think winning one Grand Slam automatically means you had an amazing career, but hardcore tennis fans sometimes look deeper. They value consistency, longevity, rankings, titles, and staying elite for many years. And that's where Pegula's comments became really interesting. She mentioned players like Karolina Pliskova and Elena Svitolina, stars, who built incredible careers, won many titles, and stayed near the top for years, even without winning a slam. Pegula basically asked an important question. Would you rather have one magical 2-week run or spend years proving you belong among the best? And then she went even deeper. The comments that sounded like Emma Raducanu. Pegula admitted that she sees some players win one Grand Slam and then struggle badly afterward. She said maintaining that level becomes extremely difficult because the pressure completely changes, especially when that success comes at a young age. Now, she never directly mentioned Emma Raducanu, but honestly, it's impossible not to think about Raducanu when hearing those comments. Remember what happened in 2021. Raducanu came into the U.S. Open as an 18-year-old qualifier with almost no expectations, and somehow, she produced one of the most shocking runs in tennis history. She became the first qualifier ever to win a Grand Slam. She didn't even drop a set. Overnight, Emma Raducanu became one of the biggest stars in sports. The expectations instantly exploded. Suddenly, every tournament became a test. Every loss became headline news. Every coaching change got criticized. Every injury raised more questions. And Pegula's comments perfectly capture the hidden challenge behind all of that. Because winning one slam changes everything. You're no longer treated like a rising player. You're expected to be a superstar forever. The pressure that changed Raducanu's career. Since that U.S. Open title, Raducanu has struggled to recreate the same level of success. She hasn't gone beyond the 4th round of a Grand Slam since New York. And physically, things have been incredibly difficult. She's dealt with multiple injuries, surgeries, and long periods away from the court. But mentally might be the even bigger challenge. Imagine trying to develop naturally as a young player, while the entire world constantly compares you to your greatest moment. That's brutal. Every match becomes connected to the question, can she ever win another slam? Instead of allowing her career to grow step by step, the expectations skipped straight to superstardom. And Pegula basically admitted she's not even sure she would want that pressure herself. That's a powerful statement, because Pegula has built her career the opposite way. She improved steadily over time. No sudden explosion. No overnight fame. No impossible expectations at 18 years old. Just years of consistent growth. And now she's one of the most respected players on tour. Would Pegula trade careers with Raducanu? This is where the debate gets really fascinating. Because technically, Emma Raducanu has achieved something Jessica Pegula hasn't. Raducanu has a Grand Slam trophy. Pegula doesn't. But if you compare their overall careers since 2021, Pegula has clearly been the more consistent and successful player week after week. And Pegula admitted something many players might secretly feel. She said she would probably rather have her own stable top-level career than be ranked around number 50 with only one slam title. That's a controversial opinion. Some fans will completely disagree, because in tennis, Grand Slams are everything. That's how legends are measured. But Pegula's point is deeper than that. Consistency proves your level over time. It proves you belong among the elite year after year. One magical tournament run is incredible, but sustaining excellence is a totally different challenge. And honestly, there's truth to both sides. Raducanu achieved something millions of players dream about. But Pegula has built the type of career many professionals admire because of its stability and longevity. Why Pegula might finally win a Grand Slam. Now here's the scary part for the rest of the WTA Tour. Jessica Pegula may finally be entering the perfect moment to win her first slam. She's already proven she can succeed on clay. This season, after winning the Charleston title, she's playing with confidence. She's healthy. And most importantly, the women's tour suddenly feels wide open. Aryna Sabalenka recently suffered a surprising loss in Rome. There are still major questions surrounding Iga Swiatek's form. Coco Gauff has shown inconsistency, and Elena Rybakina has never looked fully comfortable on clay. All of this creates opportunity, and Pegula might actually be flying under the radar, despite being one of the most consistent players in the world. That can be dangerous, because while everyone focuses on the bigger headlines, Pegula just keeps winning matches. And now she has another strong chance in Rome, against Anastasia Potapova, a player she's already beaten 5 times. If Pegula keeps building momentum, the French Open could become the tournament where everything changes. And imagine how ironic that would be. The player explaining why consistency matters more than one slam could suddenly become a Grand Slam champion herself. Jessica Pegula's comments weren't meant as criticism toward Emma Raducanu. If anything, they showed empathy. Because Pegula understands just how difficult it is to handle massive expectations after winning early. And when you look at Raducanu's journey since 2021, everything Pegula said makes sense. Winning one Grand Slam can change your life forever. But staying at the top afterward? That's the real challenge. Now the big question becomes, can Emma Raducanu eventually rebuild her career and silence the doubters? Or will Jessica Pegula prove that consistency and patience are ultimately the better path to success? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Would you rather have one Grand Slam title or a long top-level career without one? And do you think Pegula can finally win the French Open this year? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more tennis updates and analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.